Right. So how much money have we got now? I'm going to make my way over to Black Meadow, or whatever the place was called. Smith's shipment tasks. Is that complete? That's done. The old watcher. Travel past Black Meadow. And we've actually got to go to Black Meadow anyway for the smith. But like I said, before I want to do that, I want to hire more help. And we can get more help from the inn over here. I think I've got enough money to hire someone now. 248 copper pieces. Come on, you two. Move it along. Let's get into the inn and see who we can hire. I've got a warrior or a barbarian and a wizard. And who would go with that? I think I'd like either an archer or rogue or someone of that type.
Greetings.
Yep, so I'd like to hire some help. Let me see who came by. Oh, we've only got one level 1 adventurer. Hire the level 1 adventurer for 250 copper. Well, why not? I'm not using the money for anything else. It's not doing anything. It's thinking about it. Why does it need to think about it? Ah, that's because it's here. We can actually create another one. This is good news. So we're going to go for a female this time, because the last one I created was a male. I like her hair like that. And I like her expression. We'll stick with that. Human. Humana. Does she go back? Yep. Dwarf. Elf. Horland and godlike. The godlike are children of the kith, civilized races, who have been blessed with the physical aspects associated with the gods, though some do not consider it a blessing. These aspects may take many forms and often come with mystical powers. Aberrant head shapes are typical, and godlike are unable to wear protective headgear, as it is near impossible to find anything that fits. Because of their unusual nature and their inability to reproduce, godlike are often viewed with fear and wonder. Human, dwarf, elf. I'm going to go with a human. I think human are commonly called folk, are the most common race in Deerwood, the Adir Empire, Older Valia, and the Valian Republic. So though not as large as the Tower in Amuna, humans are known for their strength and willpower. Right. Meadow folk, we know about that. So we've got another human again. And let's see what they can do. A recent discovery in Eastern Reach, ciphers were once called mind hunters by the Glenfathians. Ciphers have the ability to directly contact and manipulate another person's soul and psyche using an ally's or enemy's essence as the focus for their magic. Though most ciphers are still found in the Eastern Reach, practitioners of the technique have spread throughout the known world. They are gaining acceptance over time, but are generally distrusted, especially by the uneducated. Ciphers can target allies and enemies with powerful focused effects. These powers cost focus, which ciphers build up through use of their soul whip. Paladin Paladins are martial zealots, devoted to a god, a ruler, or even a way of life. They can be found in any culture where a fanatical group of like-minded individuals have formed a warrior society. Starting abilities. Faith and conviction. Paladins have an inherent bonus to all of their defences. Over the course of the game, the value of these bonuses may shift based on the reputations the paladin gains relative to the behaviours that are preferred by his or her order. That's quite nice. Monk. Oh, very nice outfit. Monks belong to a variety of fighting orders that have sprung up, and the Eastern in Examitil and the Eastern Reach over the past few centuries, while many monastic orders can trace their teachings to the enduring founder. Starting abilities. Transcendent Suffering. When monks have no weapons equipped, their unarmed attacks are exceptionally powerful and continue to increase in damage as they gain levels. Wounds. As monks are damaged, their pain generates wounds. Wounds can be used to power many of the monk's special abilities. Druid. Animist at heart. Druids tap into the spiritual power that flows through the simple living things of Eoria. Okay, so druids are looking pretty interesting at the moment. They all seem to have weapons, these characters, so they'd be a bit okay at melee, and they all have other abilities that may be interesting. Spirit shift. All druids have mastered one animalistic form. These forms give the druid strong melee abilities and grant an additional power while the druid is shifted. Oh, it's so many things to choose from. Who to choose? Who to choose? So far I like the paladin and the monk. Priest. I want someone who's got healing abilities if possible though. Priests have access to a variety of support and some offensive orientated spells. Every 2 levels, priests automatically gain access to an additional set of spells. Initially their spells can be cast a limited number of times per rest. As priests gain power, their weaker spells eventually shift to per encounter. It doesn't tell me what spells they've got. In every culture across Era there are Chanters. Many historians consider Chanters to be the most ancient workers of magic. All Chanters can continuously speak chants made up of magical phrases. Phrases produce passive effects and help build a character's power until they can use an invocation. Invocation, powerful magic effects that Chanters can create after they have spoken a required number of phrases through their chants. Monk, paladin, or priest is my choice. Well, let's have a priest then. I think priest deity. Stoic and rational, benevolent and honest, aggressive and clever, deceptive and cruel. And deceptive and clever, benevolent and honest then. Right, so what do we want? Might, of course, is highly recommended for a priest. Resolve, recommended for priest. I'm going to put a few points in there. Probably more than I should. And the rest, a bunch in there. Intellect. And there we go. Haven't got much in the way of dexterity because I've kind of overdone it with resolve, but that's where I'm happy to go. And culture. +1 to resolve, +1 to resolve. Let's -1 out of resolve, add 1 into dexterity and go next, and we can gain 1 to resolve there. Background: aristocrat, dissident, hunter, mercenary, clergyman, slave, merchant, labourer, drifter, and colonist. What options here are going to be best for me? Athletics and survival. +2 to law. Piety and prayer are the cornerstones of public life, and you encourage the same in others. You're part of a group that founded a fledgling colony in a distant land. Why not? And here we are back with trying to find the portraits again. If we can find one that looks similar to our young lady friend here. And have we circled back round already? Not quite, I don't think. Nearly have though, I'm sure. Yep. Oh, hang on. Oh, that's similar. That will do. Female mystic.
Yes.
I've got this. Attack! Nice and
Nice
slow.
and slow.
Well, I shall lead us. quickly and quietly.
Do. Enter name. Ah, what do we call her then? Andra. We'll do it. Done, I think. There we go. We have now got 3 party members. Right. What do we do? We've got to go off to the Black Meadow then, I think. Some of the people you meet and fight in the world could be taken prisoner and held in your stronghold. Excellent. So, what way is it to the Black Meadow? Don't actually see the Black Meadow here at all. But we want to get to over here, which looks like it's on the southern road, doesn't it? So we will continue going south, I think. Black Hound, road west, and the road south is what we want. So our party will have to go this way. I assume that we want the road south anyway. The road west is not even on here. We've got road north back to Valwood, road east to Eastonwood, and then south down to Defiance Bay. That's where we're going to be going. I thought they would be running while I had the map on, but I guess the map pauses the game. No, it doesn't. But the world map obviously does. Come along.
You must gather your party
We know,
before
but we
venturing
just
forth.
want to... Oh, hang on. Let's see if we can have a look at these crops. Despite the rains, the stalks feel as dry and as stiff as locust husks. Yeah. Their crops really aren't doing too great, are they? Right, we're off to where? Magran's Fork, I guess. It will take 4 hours to complete your journey to Magran's Fork. That's not the Black Meadow though, is it? Perhaps the Black Meadow was west. Although I wouldn't imagine it to be. Perhaps it's when I go east here toward the next destination. Very quiet. Perhaps I should have waited for daytime to travel. Can hear the night animals. I'm going to stick to the road. Probably the wisest course of action for now. Nope, more ghosts. There's some sort of gravestones there. Let's follow the ghost.
Saw you in the flames.
A statue of Magran, goddess of war and flame. Dozens of names have been scratched into the stone at her feet. Supplicants seeking her blessing. Durance, squatting at the base of his statue, is an incredibly ugly man with bulging red cheeks, raked by pox scars and a scraggly beard. He is sweating as if he has a fever, but his breathing is measured and steady, like a slow push of a blacksmith's bellows. But that comparison feels strange and unwelcome. Then the next comparison, possibly sparked by his grin, is that of a bear trap, and then out of nowhere there is a hint of alchemical fire that fades almost as soon as you identify the smell.
Come to pray at the statue.
The question mark is barely there as the man makes the statement. The statue takes on a reddish cast, as if one is holding a torch to it, then slowly blossoms into waving flames. The man doesn't turn as the statue blossoms into fire.
The others are welcome, but it's best if just you and I trade words, and your shadows stay quiet. Hands off their weapons, both arcane and steel. It's only you I want to trade words with anyway. I swear before the whore that is Magran, no harm will come to you in her shadow. If that's enough of a promise for you. If not...
Well, these are obviously the god, and it's not the deity I follow, so I can't use that choice of words. Strange choice of company. Stone seems cold comfort. Examine the statue. The waving firelight from the statue gives off no heat, so much so if you wonder if it's some trick of the mind. The ugly man before you doesn't seem to notice it or feel it, although the sheen on his brow is still present, as if he's burning up from within. Study the man. The sudden weaving flames from the statue of Magran cast more light on his features. The man's robes are dirty, stained with grease and other marks of the road. The hems of his robes, including the sleeves, are burned at the edges, as if he walked a great distance across a fire and reached into the flames with his hands to pull something out. Focus your gaze on the staff. The staff looks thick, stout, of blackened ash once burned by a terrible fire. Beneath the ash, the lines in the wood bear shapes and patterns, and there is a certainty the staff was once something far more dangerous, but not now. I didn't catch your name or why you want to speak with me.
I didn't give it. You probably find names as useless as I do. The names that litter this world like debris are hard enough to wrap around the tongue. And what do they matter? It's what's beneath the skin and the letters I care about. What burns within. It's more important to me you're a watcher than whatever culture or accent decorates your letters.
Well, he can obviously see straight through me then.
Take pride in your actions, not where you hail from. Or how your name rolls off whatever liar's tongue coats it now. If you need a title to hang on me to match your own, Watcher, then call me Durance. And as you observe souls, I test them.
So how did you know I was a watcher? I can see the questions bubbling up, and it's burning them away, one by one.
I am a missionary. I walk this diseased nation with its heathen, its people so careless with the spirits of others and their own, watchers among them. Yes, I know you for what you are, and your name doesn't interest me. Names are for honest folk, and you are a crack that shines light from another place. We're meant to travel together, you and I. Saw you in the flames. Not your face, but that soul of yours. All tightened up, like a huntsman's knot.
You saw my soul in the flames?
There's things we can teach each other. If you're in need of answers to your mantle of questions. I don't force my words on anyone other than you. I don't care who walks with you or what their mewling problems and politics are. There's enough howling in the world without me stoking that fire. I won't take from your provisions, don't need much on the road. I can carry my weight, which is considerable. Many will stand against you. They probably already have, from what I can see. Left their marks, it seems. Like a trail, worming its way behind
What kind of marks?
Disease? Spirit wind? Both could have touched you, yet here you stand.
Yes, here I stand.
As for disease, not all of us were close to water when the pox hit. But it's no longer a passenger in my flesh. It left its marks as well. But like flames, the pox doesn't strike twice, nor is it catching.
Company would be welcomed on the road. If your stone mistress there allows it, then come on. I've no need of your help. Yep, company would be welcome.
Then let us walk together, Watcher.
Let us indeed. So here we are then, still at Magran's statue, and we've just picked up this guy here, Durance, who's a priest. And had I known I was going to pick up a priest, I probably wouldn't have made Andra a priest in the previous chapter, but no worries, it's done now. So before we go on, let's have a look at where this road sign points. There's in stealth for some reason. Visit to a gilded vow to the west, south to Angsol's Angslog's compass, east to the Black Meadow. And it's the Black Meadow that we want to go to, but just before that,
Sure.
I want to see what is in this area here that we've found ourselves at. And the name of the area is Magran's Fork, which makes sense as a statue to that deity here. Now I've got a team of 4, so I'm a little bit less reluctant to get myself involved in combat now. Falmore. Hello there. Begging your pardon, but you gave me a good fright. I thought I heard something rustling through the brush. Suppose that was just you. Silly of me. Don't suppose you happen to need some supplies? I thought I'd make my way over to Mudhamar Bridge, but I'm starting to think I'd better go off heading back to town and getting a few more folk together. Better safe than sorry, right? Say, did you hear something? Nope. I hear some wolves. Wolves. Is there another one up there? I only see one at the moment. Do we take a time to check out our wizard's power zen? Wizard. Fan of flames. Attacks reflex. Creates a cone of fire in front of the caster, causing burn and damage to anyone in the area of effect. Does that also count friendlies? Alchemy's dazzling lights overwhelms anyone in the area of effect with a brilliance and broadened pyrotechnic display. Minolta's minor missiles. Summon 3 spell missiles. There you go. Wolf, have some missiles. Let's see where they come from. So there's a couple other wolves up there, perhaps. I need you to stand back. Don't we really? I think. Oh, I don't know.
Damn, missed.
Of course.
You're facing the wrong way. Holy Radiance creates a field of holy energy around the priest, burning any vessels in vicinity.
Aye?
So, does he attack with a weapon, or do I get him to use spells of some sort? Arcane Assault, 2 per encounter. I'm a little rusty at these old techniques, these old combat methods, so it's going to take a little while to get back into it. Ouch. When a party member is reduced to 0 endurance. Yes, we know about that. Very well. Keep back. Yeah, you would target him, wouldn't you? What happened to her? Guess she shouldn't have been there, should she? Do wish I'd gone for another melee fighter.
Let's burn this away. Let's burn this away.
But it's done. The wolf is down. 4 fighters had struggled with a wolf. Powerful wolf, I'd assume. Its health's well down, as is hers. Might be time to camp out soon. In that case, like I say, now I've only got 1 melee fighter, so that could pose a little bit of a problem. The next 2 team members were going to have to be melee for sure, so it then should even out a little bit. So there was a guy up there who didn't really give us any information or reveal anything new to the area. I'm going to uncover as much of this area as I can, but perhaps I should stick to the road, eh? What have we got here? Barbaric blow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Holy Radiance creates a field of holy energy around the priests. Priest level. Barbs of condemnation. Punishes a target for their sins, decreasing their deflection, fortitude, reflex and will. A call for divine favour that increases the accuracy and damage of allies in the area of effect.
Moe. Ixion.
Uh-oh, when a character's health bar is flashing red. Yes, why do everyone keep attacking her?
Let's go. What?
Divine terror. I don't want these people right in the middle of the combat because they're weak. That's why I chose a barbarian or a warrior class to start with, because magic can be a little bit harder to get into initially, although once you do so it becomes very powerful. Another wolf pelt. Okay, well,
If it makes
I
you
suspect it's probably wise to stick to the road. Perhaps we'll camp up around the statue here, as it seems to be a relatively safe area. Camping will use one set of camping supplies. And there we go. Hopefully they'll all be healed up by the time this is done. A bit better? Do you feel better, my friends? Granite has enough experience to level up. Okay. What have we got? We've got 7 points left to spend. Survival allows characters to make better use of food. Mechanics. I don't know, mechanics seemed like it could be quite handy, didn't it? But we'll go to athletics. 50% to max fatigue. Minus 90% to combat fatigue gain. That'll do for now. What abilities will we get? Now, frenzies are always quite good, aren't they? Sends a barbarian into a frenzied state, granting a might, constitution and attack speed bonus, but causing a deflection penalty against incoming attacks. Savage defense. The barbarian channels his or her own irrepressible determination, regenerates a large amount of endurance. That'd be the one. And we are done with our level 3 barbarian. We're going to move on then to the Black Meadow. Although I'd much like to have a look around here. It looks a delightful place, especially during the daytime. And perhaps there isn't any wolves around in the daytime, is there? It'd be a bit remiss to try out. I'll probably end up getting hit here, but yeah, there's wolves around during the daytime, alright. So yes, stick to the road, stick to the road. And we'll head to the Black Meadow. I'm going to keep a little bit zoomed out to give us a little bit better field of view. And now this area sort of explains itself a little bit, because the higher resolution you run in, the larger your monitor aspect ratio and whatnot. If you've got a 4K monitor, for example, you'd be able to see right to the edges here, and therefore see a lot more than someone who's running in 720p. So this prevents that from probably being an issue, and it's effectively cheating. What's this? An abandoned building? I'm not going to walk by an old house here. Even if we can get in, we can get in there. Oh, a will-o-wisp. A will-o-wisp. Commands a single enemy to halt, causing them to temporarily cease all movement. The priest clears his or her mind, spreading that clarity to nearby allies, increasing their concentration and all bonuses. Oh, really not sure what we want to use, but Granite's going to get right in there, and this guy is going to use a fire attack. Hopefully not endangering my own characters. Who's fallen down already? Granite has fallen down. Did the fire burn him? My noobiness at combat. Dear oh dear. Minolta's minor missiles. Okay, there we go. What have we got? Spirit residue.
Indeed.
We will learn as we go, no doubt. Although we're probably in episode 6 now? Half hour an episode, that's only 2.5 hours to 3 hours into the game, so still very, very early days. We've got some food, I think. Gold or chew doesn't sound very pleasant, does it? And some lockpicks. Now lockpicks are always handy. What have we got in here? Camping supplies, good. And a rope and grappling hook. I think we're going to need to use that in eventually. And some more food, good. Yeah, we want that. Out we go again. Not a lot in there then. Shall we see what was in the mill ruins up here where the will-o-wisp was? As long as there's not any other will-o-wisps there, because old Granite struggled with them. No, there's nothing there. Fair enough. Fair enough. Onwards then. Onwards to the Black Meadow along this rather old dusty track. There we go. Right. That's where I want to go. Am I going to the... I'm going off the wrong road, aren't I? We don't want to go that way. We want to go this way, don't we? That must be north, obviously. It's just you're going left. I thought east, but no, of course not. Unless it is the road. No, the north road's going to come down there, isn't it? The south road, surely. Get myself turned about now. West to the Gilded Vow. That's that way. South to Anslog's compass. That must be south. And east. No, west is that way, east is this way, of course. Obvious. But that's not south, is it? East to Black Meadow. Let's go this way then. As long as nothing's awaiting us on the road. Really wonderfully rendered areas. I've said that many times, but just love to look at these sort of the details here, the contrasting colours. It's really nice. Down here, oh a deer, look, and we are entering the south road now, I think. Oh, we still can't get there though, can we? What gives? Where is the Black Meadow? So it is south to Anslog's compass. Okay. Okay. Back and forward. We don't mind, we can take it. We've got nice strong legs, we like all the walking. You like all the walking, guys, don't you? So it must be that way then. That's the only way that's left. But I couldn't select it and it didn't say the Black Meadow, did it? And I've got too close to that wolf this time. We got a Crucible of the Soul. The watch unravels the vital essence of his or her enemies, gaining endurance in the process.
How may I help?
Arcane Assault.
Yeah.
And restore minor endurance. Withdraw blessing. Let's put that there. And
What?
you could also do a blessing, I guess, couldn't you? But oh my goodness, I don't think we're going to survive this one. Hang on, I've got the wrong guy here. Barbaric Yell. I'll do it.
Sure.
I should have gone off when I had the chance, shouldn't I?
I'll let Magran's fire bless this.
Damn it! The party has died. Load from a previous save. Excuse my noobiness. One thing about these games, they always dropped you into the deep end, didn't they, when it come to combat? I hear you agree with me. Let's keep this way. And this is why I didn't choose hard. So, Eastern Wood, Vale Wood. I really can't quite understand why I can't get to the Black Meadow or where I want to go. Deerford Village. I want to get here. Oh well. Let's go there. I'm sure that's wrong, but let's go that way anyway. Alright, let's have a look at the map. And yes, I am in the Eastern Wood. And now I can get to the Black Meadow. Okay, it will take you 6 hours. I'll keep away from the Eastern Wood for now. Seems a strange way to go, a little bit of a long way round. Excuse me. Right, the Smith's shipment. Travel to the Black Meadow. Track down the shipment. Our Lothers are levelled up. And lore. We're going to put his points, I think, and we're going to save his other points for the next time. What have we got here? Level 2 spells, Bewildering Spectacle, Binding Web. Oh, I couldn't have 2. Bulwark against the elements, Combusting Wounds. Causes enemy wounds in the area of effect to ignite, inflicting additional burn damage. There's loads and loads and loads of spells here. Creates a scorching ray of flame between the caster and the target. We'll have that. Rolling Flame creates a rebounding ball of fire, inflicting burn damage upon anyone in its path. Necrotic Lance creates a lance of pure necrotic energy, causing corrode damage instantly and over time. And we're done. Glad that guy come along with us. But I think we'll go locate that shipment in the next episode. As always, thanks for watching. I'll catch you guys and girls next time. This has been Obsidian Ant, signing off.